Ooh, bad lighting. Oh well. Hi there. This is Dr. Mia Luth. It is. Ooh, what day is it? 21st? Yes, April 21st, 2024. Apparently, yesterday was 420, although these days, just like every other day. Right. Yeah. And it's about 8:15 a.m. Eastern, U.S. And today I decided to do. I didn't know. Yeah, my cool earrings. Like, yeah, well, people got gimmicks and stuff. Apparently, it's like, remember, like some people walk around with like a VW thing on it, or like a big clock or something. Just big homemade earrings, craft earrings. I don't know. Okay, just something to giggle at, or people doing open the box. Yeah, here you go. Here's some stupid, silly to work with. I I've been trying to. I don't know. Like every so often, I need to change up something that's not very expensive because I'm just not used to being indoors all the time. Most of the time, I'm getting there, but oh, yes, health issues make life unfun by large, wide margins. So I have watched some back. I know, I have like ugly teeth too. Oh well, I don't care. Ooh, years, coffee, tea, cigarettes, Coca Cola, and uh, ever since I developed a Is it Sophia Loren? Get the gap? Yeah. This I've had enough dental work that like my teeth. Yeah, I'm sure people want to try and tell me to Invisalign. Will pay for it and give it to me and do all the administrative work, and then I'll wear freaking Invisalign. Yeah, I know. Yep, I got that going on there. I'm going to show this again because this is not a fake place. I'm not a fake person. This is not a fake accreditation. But if you notice, one of the things that I do think should be the case at major universities is that paranormal psychology should just be a tract or concentration or major something. Uh, yeah, major would be interdisciplinary, likely. But what I'm saying is that there are some places that do have like more of a setup, and there are some that are accredited, although fewer in the US. So uh, I can suggest that if there's any universities that do want to try and, do a uh, parapsychology like major or track, concentrate something. It really should be a university that is capable of interdisciplinary studies. But what I'm saying is accreditation really should just be the case. The the coursework that you can find, I mean, this is one of the places, but yeah, Thomas Francis University. It's not a scam, people. Like you all gotta quit falsely accusing people of stuff if you're not online. No, because I'm gonna start suing the crap out of people. Well, you deserve it. You deserve it. I'll do everything I can to try and work something out. I'll let stuff slide. I mean, in the end, it's sort of like, oh, well, God's going to get you one way or the other. You don't believe me. That's fine. Yes. See, when it comes to some of us, it's like, well, that was uncool. Well, you'll get yours on God's timing. Anyway, yeah, I was having some fun with some stuff, but anybody's opening the box. But also, I am using these to check color on my screen. So this is also like a screen test to see, yep, how it picks up the color to the eye. You understand? Because, yep, some of these colors look a little different to me this way. Yeah. So this is a color test screen. Some people might understand what I'm saying. Yeah, my lighting in here is not so great. But I stopped trying to maneuver lighting for certain things because it's just not really going to be that important in the end. I am trying to see if I can find a microphone that will pick up things a little better, but unless I get donations. Hi, my 501c3 is not a fraud. I am not a hoax. You don't have a right online. People, I have legit charitable operators number there. I got a legit, it's 85 something. Yes, whatever that number is. Right, with the federal government as one of the nonprofits. Generally, it would fit on a 501c3, but there's like a 701. I'm not really sure, but it is nonprofit. I don't have anything to report because people say a lot of shit, but they're not very charitable. Don't accuse people of uh, trying to create charitable organizations as frauds and liars unless you plan to prove it in a fucking court of law. Well, there it is, assholes. I started a nonprofit. But there's all kinds of assholes online complaining on nextdoor.com and blah, 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 and everywhere else and on buses and trains. You guys, how about you help me with my nonprofit? Actions. Fuck your words. It's how I feel about something out there. I'm dying. What do I care? You guys don't care. I know you don't. People don't watch this. They don't care. I'm boring. I'm too old. I'm too ugly. I'm too fat. I got ugly teeth. I don't wear makeup. Too bossy. I'm too lazy. I'm an overachiever. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too smart. I'm not smart enough. I'm too thin. I'm too fat. Excuse me. It is against the law for anyone to try and force me to take medication that I don't want to take in the United States. Let's test that in court, assholes. Oh, you see, I don't mind spending the rest of my time pissed off, unhappy, grumpy, and looking for every which way to litigate until I fucking pass away. I will tolerate litigation against a shitload of people until I fucking die. You are accountable for what you do and what you say in this country. The internet in the United States is not the wild, wild west. Got it? What I was trying to say is that anyone doesn't have an accredited program put together and wants one at a university or whatever, if you contact, it's paranexus.org. The reason why I kind of like went the paranexus way is that I'm basically not a paranormalist or any of that kind of stuff. I'm an anomalous researcher. And the truth will point you in directions you didn't expect. And scientifically, at a certain point, you're not going to be able to ignore or deny, even if it doesn't fit your paradigm, even if it doesn't fit, right? Anyway, I do suggest that there are already programs that may not be accredited set up. So talk to the ones who already, right? But what I'm trying to say is that for paranormal, Dr. Kelly's down Florida with Paranexus, and that you have to, right? I'm a part of that because I got my PhD, and because of certain things, and also like health issues on doctors and every other kind of thing, money, yeah, blah blah blah. I kind of have to concentrate on other things, but there, it should just be there should be more options for accredited programs, but something like parapsychology should be, yeah, interdisciplinary. So, I mean, Dr. Kelly and some of the people he knows that, right, they already have courses. So instead of somebody redoing work, right, like try and find programs and, it's his materials. But he's got some of mine too. And I am not at liberty to share a lot, right? But I am trying to say that no, it's pretty rigorous. You gotta know a lot of foundation and basic information to even get past the bachelor's level, right? Exactly. Now, me, I've been sort of like, I don't know, amateur interested in theoretical physics, but that's a slow science according to a human lifetime, right? I mean, even with the burgeoning technology and more people able to share and more people able to understand things, right? Even with that, it's still slower science. It's not like every week or every year somebody's slamming out some, right? Anyway, so I've not been one who glorifies or glamorizes or pays too much attention to the science of one Mr. Stephen Hawking because I disagree. And I have for quite some time. And so have other people. The fact that he stayed alive that long with ALS is pretty freaking amazing, but he had a lot of help. Right. Some of it can be understood, but you have to have a foundation of information and knowledge and understanding how certain things work before you can even contemplate some of these levels, especially at the PhD. So I've seen a lot of interesting things in my life, but on rare occasions, anomalous situations that aren't typical. So I am a trained animal behaviorist, and I just automatically like to look at animals and right. I mean, I just like to do that anyway. But yes, degree and time, and I've done research and all this other. So I know how to set up a research paradigm and all that kind of thing. I've done it before. I have seen some anomalous animal behavior that would indicate that yes, something uh, might happen. And in that case, it took about half a day before I knew what it was. Yeah, it was an earthquake that was closer to the East Coast than usual. Yes, that actually rated on a scale. It's not that common on the East Coast. They happen, little rumbles. There's a fault line in PA. There's a fault line. Yeah, we have fault lines around here. But you know the movements don't happen as often right around here, so earthquakes are not as common. But I happen to be outside hiking, and yes, that was one of the things that I could just tell right away. Uh, there was regular like bird sounds, regular life, natural life happening, and just suddenly all the birds got quiet. During a time of day that doesn't happen. See what I'm saying? And right, like, yep, like I didn't see squirrels, I didn't see robins, I didn't see butterflies. There it was butterfly. Right. There's just it just everything got quiet and all the animals just kind of disappeared. So right, they got like half a day warning somehow, picked up on it. So animals pick up on stuff. Great. Yeah, I had no idea, but I knew. Right. I even wrote it down somewhere. Like, whoa, something. Right. I went and checked the weather. Um, I looked online to see if there's anything, it could be like a solar flare day, or I don't freaking know. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked around for whatever I could. I couldn't find anything that right. But then later that day, and I would say probably 5 hours. So the regular animal kingdom, they must have gotten sensation of it 5 hours before it happened. It's pretty amazing, actually. Right. I mean, it's pretty amazing that I was outside and conscious and aware to notice, like, ooh, this is different. Yeah. You don't, during a time of day, during a time of year, I grew up here. I know the temperate region, and I know the times of days when animals are more active and when they're not. Yes, regular, every day. There wasn't anything weather related that would explain it. I couldn't find anything online. Nothing. I mean, I really, and I looked, yeah, solar flares, anything I could think of. And there wasn't anything that came to mind. So I was looking for that 5 hours to try and figure it out. But I did, because we had a earthquake that was, yes, detectable by humans. We had a shake, and that doesn't happen as often on the East Coast or in Maryland. So right, and I think that one came from maybe Virginia or something, somewhere, yes, southwest of me. Yeah, like the birds, the animals just stopped activity during a very peculiar time of day, and I could not, even after looking for quite a while, find something that might explain it, anything. Yeah, well, I did because we experienced an earthquake. So the animal, a lot of the animal life got 5 hours warning. Well, that should mean that humans should have 5 hours warning, at least. So that is what I'm saying. Uh, that was the only time that I noticed something that was just blatantly not every day on Earth kind of activity, right? Uh, you know, yeah, now it is with these things, it's easier to, yes, like, oh, I can record, oh, I might get some visual evidence. It hasn't been like that, right? I don't carry a camera around with me. Well, now I do. But that's more of a new thing than it is a right. And it's still not regular normal for everyone. Okay. But that was the one, like, animal behavior type of thing that I knew there was something. Yeah, I knew. I checked to see, like, is there an upcoming storm? Was there some sort of magnetic? Was there anything? And I couldn't really find anything until it happened. But it was about 5 hours warning that animals picked up on. So if animals are picking up on it, humans should have had 5 hours warning, at least four. Okay, what I'm saying. Uh, I'm just leaving this information for whoever. I mean, some of it's anecdotal too. I'm a scientist. I would prefer that people start giving a shit about me while I'm still alive. Somebody out there. Don't assume. I don't have family, assholes. Why can't I work? Because I'm very sick. And a lot of people are treating me like shit, and none of you have the right to boss me around. And if you're in another country and you're harassing me online, don't plan on coming to the US. Because if you do, you'll be trapped.